so blessed, man. Oh my God.
The snap, Winston dropping, looking, intercepted pass. Winston's first pass attempt as an NFL player is picked off and returned for a touchdown. Under pressure, he's going to roll the ball. Buffett Winston's going to dive to the 32. He's still on his feet. Bounces out of the 30. Great effort.
It's your boy Fred the Corp.
And the Buccaneers did a huge play out of the #1 pick in the NFL draft.
Go Bucs.
Will go down. He's sacked at the 22-yard line. Buccaneers finished 6-10, but good things are on the horizon.
Let me sniff this out. They're looking for a new head coach in Tampa tonight after firing Smith after only 2 years and an 8-24 record.
The Glazers have entrusted Light to lead the coach search. The early leader in the clubhouse looks like it's Dirk Cutter.
That is Dirk Cutter. He's the new head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
This franchise is headed in the right direction.
And heading in that direction with that new head coach, Dirk Cutter, and with Jason Light again as the general manager, and with J.R. Sweezy helping Jameis Winston out on the offensive line. Notable acquisitions for Light and Cutter in the offseason, including a lot of help on defense, including 2 new corners for that secondary. And now they turn to the draft on the night of April 28th. Jason Light picking 9th overall after a 6-10 season, and again with a new head coach. So what do they do? We go over my shoulder now. Charles Davis, Daniel Jeremiah, in a replica of we think the draft war room looks like at One Buck Place.
And we don't mind peering over your shoulder, Andrew Siciliano. Daniel Jeremiah, what do you think about his Tampa Bay Buccaneers draft room? Let's just go back to last year real quick, though. I thought Jason Light, general manager, had a terrific year. Got your quarterback at #1 in Winston. Ali Marpet, a great pickup in the 2nd round. Right on down the line. I mean, Donovan Smith's going to be your tackle. I mean, I thought he did a terrific job. I think he's had a nice offseason here in free agency. How do they go forward now? Where do they start on offense?
A lot of good pieces here on the offense. I think the majority of the work takes place on defense. But how about the wide receiver position here? We've got size with Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans. How about some speed?
You want
really
speed?
Take the top
You
off.
want speed?
I want
speed.
speed.
You want speed? I've got speed for you.
Colby,
listen,
I like it.
Third round.
Yeah, 3rd round, pick number 74. Now you got somebody really take that top off the defense. Someone, when you watch him on tape, I use that term easy speed, Charles, because he gets by people in a hurry, and it is easy. And he's not just purely a speed guy. He can track the ball naturally and finish. He'd be a nice complement to the size they have here in Tampa.
I thought he got better as his career went on. I thought he was strictly a speed guy to begin with. I thought he developed as a receiver. As you said, tracking the football gave them something there. I thought he was pretty darn good. You could get maybe a center later down, maybe back here, maybe a Jake Brennan.
I don't know.
That's not a priority.
One premier center in this draft class, then you can wait.
Not a priority.
Get round 4 or 5, maybe get one of these 2 guys here. Let's slide down to the
Did you mention
defensive
defense? Did you mention this is where it's all going to happen now?
Defense.
Let's talk about defense because, listen, you saw Andrew talk about the corners that they picked up in free agency. All right, you know, Brent Grimes, Josh Robinson. I don't think that takes them out of the corner market, though, do you, in the 1st round?
I don't think it does, but I think when you look at this football team, I'm going to start front to back. And look, edge rusher right here.
Robert Ayers was picked up as a free agent.
They got Robert Ayers, but I just don't know if they have that home run sack artist right now. On the
Simeon
outside,
Rice, where are you?
I like some of the pieces that they have in place there, but they just do not have that guy right now. And so when I look here at the edge rushers, Kevin Dodd to me would make some sense. Probably could trade back a little bit and plug him in. I like Jockey Smith, who they already have there on that roster, but giving him a partner. How about round number 2, Carl Nassib? Here at pick number 39.
Is that 39? Is that a little rich, or is it because we're in a year where there aren't that many edge rushers? And I know he had a terrific season, but maybe?
I think we looked at it early on and said maybe 3rd round, but there's not a lot of edge rushers. So I think he gets bumped up. I think he could be in the mix there in the 2nd round. I like him there at pick number 39. What else we got here?
All right, okay, we talked about 9. If we're going to go corner, if Vernon Hargreaves is there,
I'll turn in the card.
then you turn in the card, right? But if you don't end up getting Hargreaves at 9, maybe down the road you're looking at an Eric Murray from Minnesota, a Xavier Howard from Baylor, who I've watched on tape and I really like a lot. But maybe we move to the back end as well with the safety position.
Safety position, round number 2, Von Bell from Ohio State, I think could be there. We've talked about.
He's being mentioned for round 1, but it's not a lock.
Not a lock. I think there's a chance he's there. KJ Dillon, we've talked about him from West Virginia. I like the fact he has the versatility to drop down and cover. Let's give the Bucs a bonus pick today.
Bonus
Not just
pick
3
for the
picks.
Bucs.
Let's go round number 4, Justin Simmons here from Boston College. Give them some size. And someone that I thought the more you watch him, the more you like him there. Someone East-West did a nice job down there in that all-star game. And I think you look at these 4 players. We've looked at the defensive side of the ball. Plus, we've got them a burner at wide receiver and Colby Listenby for good new players here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What I like is that, Jason Light is doing a really nice job as a GM, but you even gave him a bonus pick. And Justin Simmons plays it with some intelligence, Andrew Siciliano.
He does also play with intelligence, gentlemen. I think we all agree that Jameis Winston was the right pick, although there was plenty of debate on path heading up to that opening night. Is it Jameis or is it Marcus Mariota? There really hadn't been a debate about whether last year's quarterback class was better than this year's class until, speaking of Boston College safeties, our friend Mike Mayock said this during Jared Goff's pro day on Friday. He said, quote, "I'm at the point now with both Wentz and Goff where I think they're every bit as good, if not better, than Winston and Mariota from a year ago as prospects." That kind of, raised some eyebrows for all of us here back in the studio, Bucky Brooks included. What do you think about Jameis Winston in this draft class, Bucky? He would still be that #1 guy, wouldn't he?
Head and shoulders above these guys. I like the talent that Jared Goff and Carson Wentz have, but I believe that Jameis Winston has the opportunity to be a transcendent star. He's a guy that was super talented, big-time arm, loved his winning pedigree, won a national title. You saw a guy that only lost one game during his time at Florida State. I don't believe it would be a debate. If we're looking at these guys on tape, I think Jameis Winston is the pick, and then you have to debate whether it's Jared Goff or Carson Wentz after him.
And I think we also agreed on Friday that if these two guys here, Goff and Wentz, were in last year's draft, they would also both go after Mariota, who went #2 overall to Tennessee. Now you have Dirk Cutter coming in with Jason Light with that 9th overall pick. You think offensive coach, do we think offense with this draft board and that first pick?
No, I think